Look around. We're operating in the modern arena of digital business, and it's a high stakes, uncompromising environment where, frankly, survival is not guaranteed. Today, in this explainer, we're pulling back the curtain on the absolute bleeding edge of business process automation. You're going to see exactly how the future of marketing has been completely rewritten by artificial intelligence. We're talking about the literal mechanics, the nuts and bolts of turning cold, unpredictable traffic into consistent, reliable sales.
Okay, let's dive into this. Imagine, just for a second, having the power to execute strategies that used to cost tens of thousands of dollars for a mere fraction of the cost. What if a sophisticated AI system could seamlessly generate leads, nurture those prospects, and automate complex follow-ups without the crushing overhead of traditional agencies? It's wild to think about, but we are looking at a fundamental shift in how businesses save massive amounts of time, slash their costs, and actually scale. Now, before we look at the solution, we've got to face the painful reality of the modern business struggle. Millions of businesses out there have beautiful websites, right? They're pouring massive budgets into running ads and dedicating exhausting manual hours to posting content online. Yet, the vast majority are suffocating from the exact same problem. They manage to get traffic, people look, people click, but very, very few of those visitors actually become paying customers. Business owners are stressed out, they're exhausted by the manual labor of marketing, and they're just staring at analytics dashboards that show a whole lot of noise, but entirely empty cash registers. The whole system actively breaks right between attracting the visitor and actually making the sale. And because of this, thousands, literally thousands of opportunities are lost every single day across the digital economy. Why? Well, because follow-up systems are incredibly weak. They're painfully generic, kind of treating every unique individual like just another number on a spreadsheet. Or worse, those follow-up systems are completely absent. A business spends an absolute fortune to get a prospect's attention, only to let them slip quietly out the back door. Not only are they burning capital, they're burning hundreds of hours of manual labor for absolutely zero return. This is the old way. You generate traffic, but your follow-up is manual, it's slow, or it's just non-existent. And the consequence? Lost sales. A visitor lands on a website, they look around, they show a flicker of interest, and then they vanish. And that's it. The opportunity is totally gone. No follow-up, no nurturing, no relationship whatsoever. The sale is permanently lost. This is that tragic, exhausting cycle that is literally draining modern businesses of their lifeblood. Part 1. Enter Expert Marketer AI, automating the ecosystem. And this brilliantly illustrates how we're transitioning out of that era of struggle. Now this isn't just another shiny gadget. Instead of relying on a chaotic web of disconnected tools, duct taped together with manual, time-consuming processes, notice the seamless automated pipeline that replaces it. We start with lead generation and customer capture, but then the autonomous intelligence kicks in. It actively tracks behavior. It actually learns what the prospect is looking for. Then it triggers an automated, highly personalized follow-up. Finally, this nurtured relationship naturally transitions right into a sale. The AI learns, it adopts, and it speaks directly to the individual's needs. Literally zero manual intervention required. The absolutely crucial point here is understanding the evolution we're witnessing. For years, AI was just kind of a digital assistant, right? It helped people complete isolated tasks a little faster. But we have entered a totally new era, an era defined by autonomous AI workflows. The software isn't just assisting anymore. It is fully automating complex, multi-step processes that previously required entire teams of specialized humans. It's the literal definition of working fundamentally smarter, not harder. This is all about total business process automation, turning hours of daily grind into literal seconds of machine execution. Just look at the sheer economic impact here. Traditionally, scaling meant you had to hire a really complex team. A brilliant copywriter, a funnel builder, an email marketer, dedicated support staff. The financial overhead is astronomical, and the time required to manage all of them is exhausting. But with an automated system executing these synchronized tasks simultaneously, the cost and time requirements just absolutely plummet. You replace bloated agency retainers with a singular, intelligent, easy-to-use engine. This massive reduction in operating cost and time is exactly why this technology is the fastest-growing sector in modern business. Part 2. The service opportunity, predictable business growth. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the biggest opportunity isn't necessarily in building the next great software. The real, grounded opportunity lies in providing AI-powered marketing services to businesses that desperately need them. Look at the stark difference in models here. On one hand, you've got the exhausting hustle of one-time sales, revenue that is spiky, unpredictable, and constantly dropping back to zero. But on the other, that is the power of predictable recurring revenue. By easily setting up this automated ecosystem for local clients who, frankly, are starving for better conversion rates but have absolutely no idea how to use this technology, you can offer ongoing support for a stable monthly retainer. This is the exact architecture of a real, scalable service business. There are 3 incredibly clear, realistic paths to scaling this opportunity through pure process automation. First, affiliate commissions. You can promote the platform itself and earn when businesses adopt it to save their own time. Second, local business services, acting as the bridge for brick-and-mortar or digital businesses, setting up their AI systems so their leads actually transform into real sales. And third, monthly retainers, stepping in to manage their automated marketing ongoing. These are highly grounded, methodical ways entrepreneurs are leveraging automation to deliver massive, undeniable value, completely without the hype. But we've got to ground these high-tech concepts with a hard, undeniable truth. Read this quote carefully. Results depend on implementation. Treat opportunities like businesses, not lottery tickets. Look, AI is breathtakingly powerful. It slashes costs, it automates follow-up, it is an absolute game changer. But it doesn't magically print money without effort. Real success requires execution. It requires consistency, learning the systems, and driving actual traffic. If you want the freedom and the scale that comes with this territory, you have to be willing to treat this with the serious, intense focus of a real business owner. Let's move to and see how this builds in the broader historical context. Every major wave of technology in our history has revolutionized the market and minted a completely new generation of winners. The internet changed commerce, social media changed communication, cloud computing changed infrastructure, and now, artificial intelligence is changing absolutely everything about how business processes are automated. AI is the current, undeniable frontier, and the momentum is only accelerating. Within this massive technological wave lies the early adopter advantage. Right now, as we speak, there is a massive, lucrative gap in the market. Thousands of business owners want ease of use. They're reading the headlines. They know they desperately need AI to save time and capture lost revenue, but they are completely paralyzed because they just don't know where to begin. That gap, the distance between knowing about AI and actually implementing it to convert leads into sales, is exactly where your opportunity exists. If you provide the solution, you command the value. So the ultimate question isn't whether AI will continue to dominate the business landscape. We already know it is. The real question is, will you position yourself on the right side of this trend before the crowd arrives? Timing is literally the most critical variable in any major wealth shift. Those who act early secure the experience, they establish the market positioning, and they build the momentum that becomes absolutely impossible for latecomers to catch. But this early adoption phase, it does not last forever. The window is actively closing. If you want to leverage business process automation to finally transform leads into consistent sales, all while potentially building your own highly scalable income stream, you absolutely cannot afford to wait. Take action immediately. Click the link directly below this explainer right now. Review the details, see the immense power of Expert Marketer AI for yourself, and secure your position at the forefront of this digital revolution. Click the link below right now.